Today's AskReddit post. What are you most worried your wife will find if she snoops? Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Let's get started. The people who actually have something to hide aren't saying poop. Hey guys. Type something into your phone that you don't want your wife to find if she goes through your phone. These threads used to get super spicy 10 to 12 years ago, but anytime that happened mainstream media would pick it up, and then those comments would be immortalized on 100 other websites. Reddit *is mainstream media. Everyone else is just a news aggregator or advertising vehicle wrapped around plagiarized content. You guys are hiding things? How will she tell you where things are when you don't remember? How can we be so sure that you are? Indeed. Not a mantis shrimp. Seems like of all of us, you're the one hiding the biggest secret from your wife. Not a man. 'Tis shrimp. My missus thinks I'm smart. I'd hate for her to find some of the simple things I Google and reveal once and for all I'm not that smart. I'm a firm believer that the measure of one's intelligence is not in what they know, but in their ability to find information quickly and efficiently. Being able to remember it helps too. Some of the ridiculous things I respond to on Reddit. Edit. So, I guess I'm not the only one. I would be mortified if everyone I knew had access to my comment history. I made a new account a while back because my friend group found my Reddit account and made fun of it. That the golf bag that hasn't changed in 12 years doesn't mean the golf clubs haven't changed in 12 years. Later on r/golf. Some guy's wife found out he bought new clubs over the past 12 years, even though his bag stayed the same. So I bought a new putter. This is the r/guitar equivalent of always buying black guitars, but using the case the original came in. How many unplayed board games we actually own? Our true debt number. She went through cancer treatments and the last thing I want to do is cause stress by revealing how much we actually owe. Go into the hospital admin office and offer them $5-7K to settle the debt, or tell them you'll let it go to collections and pay nothing. Get it in writing that the debt is completely settled on their end and move on. Hospitals do this every day. People default and they start offering plans for reduced numbers. They anticipate and plan for these exact circumstances. Edit. I'm so genuinely happy that my most upvoted comment ever is apparently going to potentially help so many people and duck over a bunch of debt collectors and shady hospital billing departments. Y'all rock. My documentation, receipts, communications, and research notes regarding the elaborate 30th birthday party I've been planning for her in secret. That, and my other family. I hope they are at least invited to the party. That's the surprise. Married 50 years. She can snoop all she wants, and she is only going to find herself. Did you hide pics of her everywhere? Plot twist, he sells her pics to people on the internet. My snack stash. My husband found mine yesterday. He sent a pic of my drawer with all the empty Pepsi cans while I was out. I'm supposed to be off fizzy drinks ATM. When I got home I checked my drawer and he'd got rid of all the empty cans and wrappers and tidied it up with new snacks. Mine thinks Arkid doesn't know where mine is. Arkid actually helps me stock it and just asks before taking some. I went in for an angiogram a while back. My wife came with me to drive me home. They prepped me and then let her come in while they waited for the cath lab to be ready. A couple heart attacks came in, so it took a while. Before my wife came in the nurse told me they had lockers to put my phone in. I told her my wife could hold my stuff. I didn't think anything about it, but the nurse made sure I knew they had lockers for my phone. It wasn't till the next day that I realized the nurse was making sure to provide a way for me to hide my phone. Hospital was in Beverly Hills and they're probably used to it. I got nothing to hide other than how much I spend on my various hobbies. That's exactly what the nurse was doing. Trust me, things like that happen. And you never assume whoever is in there is a spouse or whatnot. Nice try, Sharon. Oh come on, Billy. I wasn't that obvious. Wait, who's Billy? That I'm nowhere near finished with my book. All work and no play makes an unused condom a dull boy. All work and no play makes an unused condom a dull boy. All work and no play makes an unused condom a dull boy. All work and no play makes an unused condom a dull boy. A list on my phone of things I'm going to get her for Christmas. I note every time she says she likes something, so shopping is super easy. The year-long gift list. It's saved me so many times and it's always great to see her reaction. Like AWW, you listened and care. Same. I have a list for Christmas, birthday, and Mother's Day ideas. That the 3 nights a week I say I'm going to hang out with friends is actually a second job that I took on because I don't feel financially secure. So how are those improv classes? r/unexpected edifice. A year ago all my empty vodka bottles stashed throughout the house until trash day. 11 months sober and now the thing I'm worried she'll find are empty McDonald's bags in my car. She saw the worst of me already, so there's not much left to hide after that. Just stopping by to tell you, you rock. Be proud of these 11 months. Thanks. I'm proud and grateful to all the people who supported me to get here. My wife being number one. Dick pics from years ago I sent her that I'm sure she won't remember went to her. Lol. My wife found a picture of her own butt and was upset until she realized it was her own awesome butt. Then she was like nice. My wife and I took a bunch of pictures together when we were engaged that were somewhat risque. She thought they magically went away until recently when I was like, hey, wanna look at these with me? Her reply was, those still exist? Exclamation mark. My reply, yes. They're awesome. Why would I ever throw them away? We did enjoy looking at them. My notes for the Dungeons and Dragons campaign I run that she is in. Real big spoiler territory there. I'm heartbroken because I figured out the twist in mine. Now I have to hide it from everyone. I didn't even snoop. I'm just a note taker. That's not a twist. That's figuring the mystery out. My wife would absolutely murder me if she saw my hidden photos. All of her snoring. I just think they are really funny, but she's very self-conscious. I have sleep photos on my man, but he knows about them. They're my dirty little secret too. That made me feel gross. They're really not a big deal, unless she finds them. Group texts with the guys. She knows we're morons, but she has no idea. As the girlfriend of a guy with a lot of Moran friends, the group chat would be the last thing I ever looked at. I get to hear snippets every once in a while, and I'm really okay with not hearing any more. The boys' group chat is a place of unholiness, jokes, and downright filth. That I'm not as happy or stable as I make out. I'm seen as the rock in my family, always a shoulder to cry on or the one to help solve other people's problems. A position I do not resent. But if my GF or family knew that I'm barely hanging on myself, it'd break their hearts. I put up a strong front, but I'm struggling internally. I'm not depressed or thinking about self-harm. Far from it. I'm stressed and absolutely exhausted. Bro, take care of yourself. It's very honorable to be there for others, but it's also very honorable to share your feelings with your loved ones. I have a box of poison ant traps in the closet. I discreetly put a few out hidden on the porch every spring. She still thinks her vigorous mopping with some organic cleaner near the back door actually is keeping the ants out. Meanwhile, the ant traps actually work. Plot twist, she knows. She's letting you think it's the ant traps. Meanwhile, the organic cleaner and vigorous mopping actually work. Plot twist, the ants know. They're letting you think it's your measly human efforts. Meanwhile, they've been leaving decoy ant bodies in the traps and sneaking in via other means. How much are hobbies cost? So, how much *YOUR hobbies cost? It was on sale. My Google search history to reveal how ducking stupid I am. Just like the simple math I type into my phone calculator. In the back of one of my drawers, I have a couple of emergency gifts, you know, in case I forget something, or she's having a bad day and needs a pick-me-up. She's not figured out how I always have a little gift ready at just the right time yet. You're a genius, bro. I'm totally stealing this idea. When my wife catches a glance of my email account, she's horrified by the thousands of emails just sitting there. All my wires I've saved over the years for various electronics. She'll throw them out. Dude, the best feeling in the world is when the wife needs a cord for something. Last incident was a toy the kiddo got for Christmas that didn't come with one and used like 8 AA batteries at a time. I went down to my cord box, which has grown over 20 years and is currently 30x30 inches or so, and found one that worked. The true cost of my mechanical keyboard collection, haha. But she's got her designer bags, and I got my designer keyboards XD. Me with fountain pens. I don't want her to know that I kept her nudes from when we started dating. I think she's super hot, but she hates her body. She can't understand that I think she's 10/10ths. She's never told me to get rid of them, but I'm pretty sure she thinks they're gone. Nothing. I'm a recovering addict. I don't keep secrets anymore. Awesome to hear, bro. Literally nothing. The biggest blessing in my life is how amazing my marriage is. We are completely open and honest to each other. Interestingly, the last time she did go snooping around, it was because I was acting unusual. I kept my gun safe locked when she was over. It was usually open if I was home, and I had put a passcode on my phone. She thought I was cheating on her. What I was really doing was talking with her mother and best friend about engagement rings. I had the engagement ring in my gun safe. She confronted me and we started fighting. Mid-fight I pulled the ring out of the safe and tossed it to her. That was 14 years ago, but it might still be the last argument I clearly won. That is adorable. I don't keep secrets from my husband. But I would be very embarrassed if he saw some of the dirty fanfics I've read. I'd be more embarrassed if he found the dirty fanfic I write. Mostly because he'd make fun of me, and the only defense I'd have would be shut up. How much I still crush over her. I can't let her obtain that level of power over me. Close bracket. I hope someone feels this way about me someday. My unsquashed commit messages. Should work okay now, should work fixed FFFFF asked try again. Yes FFS fixed clean up. Wife here. But I'm scared he'd see my dumbass Google questions. Another wife here. Same concern. If I had a girlfriend/wife, it would definitely be how much my sim racing gear cost, lol. My now wife and I had been dating for 4 months when she invited me to join her at a family dinner for her dad's birthday. Now, I had met her parents before, but none of her siblings. When we got to the table, I immediately recognized her sister from a one-night stand I had the year before. We both just shook hands, said, "Nice to meet you." The first chance her sister and I had a moment alone to speak. We both agreed that it's best we just not say thing about it. In this case, I think you both made the right decision. It was in the past, was not a significant relationship that affected either of you or your marriage now, and knowing would likely only hurt her. That I'm secretly even more boring than she suspects. That I still love her. We are separated and divorcing. Nice try, wife. You won't trick me into revealing the number of licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. Incidentally, it's the price of a cheese pizza and a large soda back where I used to work. 1077. Ha. Futurama reference. r/expected Futurama. My debt. She quits her job 2 years ago due to mental health issue, and I reassured her that our financial is okay. It was until it's not anymore about a year ago. Took a lot of personal loan and got wrecked because of it. But I don't want her to know and destroy whatever's left of her sanity. I know this will surface sooner or later, but I hope that it will be after I settle all my debts. But at this moment I really don't know if I will be ever free of debts. Wish me luck. How is she doing? The surprise plans I have in store for her over the years. Trips and other things I want to take her on. She hates knowing about surprises, but loves getting surprised. That I lie about how much pain I'm in, so she and the kids don't worry. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you'll get better. Your answers are also cute and are cheering me up. I found that my man was cheating. Close bracket. Until your ex a random Reddit stranger thinks he should go duck himself. Fuck that guy. That I treat myself to a restaurant breakfast once a week without her. I have 2 places that I alternate between. I have been going so often. The servers know what I have when I'm there. I typically only go to a brunch/breakfast spot by myself on a week off. When I do go, I thoroughly enjoy getting a nice big breakfast, sitting at a table outside or at a big window inside, having some earbuds in and listening to one of my favorite podcasts. Happy place worthy, lol. That she will find out I belong to a secretive recreational pro wrestling group. As the wife, seeing the dozens and dozens of girls on his Snap, Instagram, Facebook, and a plethora of other social medias, along with how much money he sent to each of them and all the pictures he bought and the conversations, I can honestly say that is what he should be most worried about. When does your murder trial start? I post a lot on Circle Jerk Sports on Reddit, and it would reflect poorly on me if she saw that, but my phone would be a million pictures of our dog, and like a 100 of her. She'd be mildly upset. Her engagement ring, I'm planning on proposing during the solar eclipse next week, would really ruin the surprise. Bro, you actually watched the whole video. I'd give you a high five if I was a human. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe for more great content. See you next time.